In order to tell someone to stop doing something in reference to gang banging, street violence, selling drugs, out here hustling criminal activity, you got to have something else for them to do. You got to have something else for them to pick up. You want them to drop their flag and pick up what? I want you to take a walk with me real quick. Everybody, whoever turned this video on, that the person that you looked up to, whether in the criminal world or in positive, that person turned out to fail you, a disappointment. In the criminal world, he turned out to be a snitch. He turned out to be messing with booty bandits in jail. He turned out to be molesting children, but he was your teacher. And this person was this person, and you put all of these different labels on them. Would you follow them? After you got all of this new information, would you believe in them? Would you trust them? Anything that they told you and came to you after you found out all of this criminal activity and negative and snitching and all this, would you still follow them? I know the answer is no, but we're going to get back to that. Everybody's saying, y'all be talking to the youth. Y'all be talking to the kids. Y'all be doing this for the community. I'll be doing this and that. That's all you doing. You just doing a whole bunch of talking. You go sit up on that podium or you sit in a circle with them. You got 15, 20, 30 kids and you out here just talking to them. Yeah, you know, back in my days when I was gang banging, I gave up the, you know, before when I was doing this, and you know, I went to jail, and when I was in jail, and when I came, and you know what the kids is doing? The kids is like this. Oh, another jail story? Okay. Oh, another dude that was in the gang that dropped, okay. You saying the same shit that this dude said. Y'all all saying the same goddamn thing. Everybody got the same story. So when you come to the young kids and you're talking to them, they're going to be like, all right, yeah, we hear you, OG. Yeah, bro, we hear you, bro. Yeah, all right, yeah. All right, cool, yeah, all right, whatever, right? And this is what happens, right? The kids begin to zone out and lose focus to what's going on. You know why? Because you a goddamn hypocrite. And you not leading by example. You leading by verbal intercourse by trying to tell these kids shit. Go to your favorite YouTuber, your favorite rapper, whoever it is that say they out here talking to the youth to drop their flags. Hocus 4/5, drop your flag challenge and all of this shit, right? That's why they hypocrites are full of shit. Go to them and say, yo, you know what, brother? I like what you got going on. I like what you're saying. If you went and worked with this brother right here, I believe both of y'all uniting would be, and if you work with him this and that, you know what they gonna say? Fuck with that nigga, man. Nah, I don't fuck with him, son. Word of mother, man. Nah, that nigga's just, nah, because he like this. Nah, motherfucker just, they gonna do all of this talking, right? But they want to go tell everybody, drop your flag challenge. Why don't you drop your emotion flag, your emotion challenge? Drop your emotion. Let's do that challenge. Drop your bickering. Drop your hate challenge. Drop your I don't fuck with this dude challenge. How about that challenge? How about challenging yourself before you telling these young brothers and sisters or even adults out here to drop their flag challenge? When you can't even drop your own personal vendettas that you have with somebody. Nobody got killed, shot, stabbed, you didn't have a fight. And a lot of you dudes, when it come to me, haven't never even met me, sat down, said nothing to me, except got on this internet and disrespected. But you refuse to work with me or anybody else who you feel, I don't fuck with that nigga. You can't say it's an op because you don't have no real drama. I don't call nobody an op and say it's real, it's up. It's lit. I see you over there. It's not up. So there ain't nothing that we can't work out. And that's the same thing y'all out here trying to tell these goddamn youth about dropping their flag. See, why don't we get into the root of it? A lot of these dudes can talk it. Just because you've been to jail don't mean you got the solution. Just because you was in the gang before doesn't mean you got the solution on how to ask them instead of telling them you'll drop your flag. You got to learn to get to the root of this thing, man. So you going to walk up on a fight, seeing two dudes fighting. Somebody walk up next to you, be like, yo, what happened, son? Oh, nah, he punched him in the face. Then he snuffed him, boom, and now they on the floor. These dudes is wrestling. And that's how you got your story. Huh? That's what you're doing with these kids. You sitting out here, you see them and flag banging and doing all this shit, and that's how you got your story? Oh, you don't know how to get to the root of it. We got to go to the root. So we got to speak to the two people that's fighting. We got to speak to the kids who we in these communities talking to. Not as a whole, but individually, because each one of them have a story to tell. We can't just judge them as a whole and be like, oh, y'all drop your flags because, you know, this gang banging. And y'all haven't spoken to them individually. So I got the solution for Jim Jones. Jim Jones, this is the deal. You don't want to drop your flag. I understand why. You believe that you doing a positive thing as a rapper and helping the community. I understand that. So let's get to the root of it, Jim Jones. Number one, I watched a lot of Jim Jones videos, especially the ones where he was crying. When a man cries, that means he's crying out. He's crying out for something. He's dealing with some type of mental health, some type of fucking pain, something that he went through. Jim Jones lost his grandmother. He probably never even dealt with that full trauma of that. He never sat down and talked to nobody. That got a whole lot of shit built up in him. His mom's, his daddy wasn't there. A whole lot of shit built up in him. There's a reason why he even picked up a flag and he was out here doing his thing and getting money. Usually, when a dude start getting money and on the right track, he gonna leave all that negative shit alone because he don't want to try to be part of that, especially if you're seeing all of these gangs and everybody get locked up and going to jail. So maybe this will help you drop your flag, Jim Jones. Y'all remember how I started the story off? What if your big homie or anybody who you looked up to, you found out that they was rats? Jim Jones, your whole belief system in existence of being blood, non-trade, banging, is built off of a rat. It's built off a rat. Y'all still calling him OG Mack. OG. And giving him a Mack. He's a rat. That's it. Let's fix the problem. So you mean to tell me you're going to continue throwing up and displaying something behind a rat creation? You might as well go get the red, blue, green, purple flag and wave that motherfucker. Why not? Why you won't wave that flag? Oh, nah, I ain't no fag. I ain't no this and that and that. What's the difference? You feel that that represents homosexuals, gays, and all this. You wouldn't represent that flag. But what your flag represent? And I'm talking to you New York dudes. What was it built off of? What's the foundation of it? The foundation of it is a rat. So you think if Nicky Barnes, if Alpo would have came home and tried to start a gang, this is the Alpo set. Who joining? Who gonna join the Alpo set? Nobody. Nobody join the Alpo because they're gonna be like, nah, this nigga's a rat. Well, OG Mack is a rat. What's the difference between him and Alpo? There's no difference. You know what the difference with you dudes out there? You'll make excuses and you'll pick and choose. Jim Jones could start a whole new movement under a totally different banner than blood. But what was it built on? Dudes always say, yeah, it was built on brotherhood. This and blood wasn't built on no fucking brotherhood. Y'all can shut up. Blood, UBN, none of that shit was built on brotherhood. And all you dudes out there who came, the Billies and all these other different gangs and different names, it was all built off of blood. So your root, your essence is OG Mack, the rat. And you're waving the flag under a rat banner. So anything after rat is what? You're a fucking mouse. I know. Y'all don't like when people talk like this. Y'all don't like when people talk and get into the root of your flesh. Y'all don't like that shit. Black people don't like that. Don't tell me about when I'm doing wrong. Bro, this is what I'm doing, son. I bang this till I die, son. Word up. Yo, guess what, shorty? You banging for this dude right here. Nah, I'm saying that was long ago. I ain't under the you. I ain't under the this and that. I ain't under them. Your essence of you is that. That's like a motherfucking Christian saying, I'm banging this, but I don't fall under the banner under Jesus Christ. You fall under Jesus. That's your leader. That's who you follow. You follow Jesus. I don't care what other names you start using. You could call yourself this and you could call yourself a that, but you're still walking around with the Bible and you still preaching the word. The true existence and the essence of you is Jesus and God. I'm challenging all of you to drop your personal feelings that you got with your fellow man. How you gonna go speak to a bunch of kids, walk away, bump into me, and be like, I don't fuck with that nigga, I ain't unite with him. When we out here for the same cause, but you can't come together and you can't even show these kids that you know what, I'm a sensible adult who been through, or you talking about all the shit you been through, I went through this, I went through that, word of mother, son, yeah, all the gangsterism, but you can't even be vulnerable. You can't even sit down and be like, yeah, what's up, brother, let's talk. We can agree to disagree. All right, I don't like this about him. He don't like this about me, but we're going to put that to the side. We're going to show some unification. We're going to unite, and we're going to keep it cordial. Whenever I see him, how you doing, my brother? Good morning, good evening, whatever it is. But one thing we not going to do, we not going to threaten. We not going to talk about, I'm going to kill him. We're not going to talk about the same thing these young brothers is doing. We're not going to talk about, nah, fuck with that nigga. Because the young brother's going to be like, damn, you don't fuck with him? Shit. I don't fuck with these niggas. I don't fuck with Crips. I don't fuck with the Crips. Why not? Nah, I just don't fuck with them. And because the rest of them don't fuck with him. That's why. This dude don't fuck with me. Why? Because his mans and them don't fuck with me. Because they see me. They just started falling behind. And that's what goes on the YouTube world. I got my followers. This person got his. He got his. This one like him more than me. You got one that's in the middle that like both of them. Like, yo, it's crazy. But nobody want to fucking point out the elephant in the room. Listen, y'all out here talking about this drop your flag challenge. Y'all talking all of this challenge shit. And none of you motherfuckers think y'all ain't gonna be challenged. 10 Toes gonna challenge you. And then I listened to Hocus 4/5 the other day. He was like, yo, dudes is talking about dropping flags and you ain't got nothing for them to pick up. And he said, man, they don't need nothing to pick up. Just stop. Just stop. Just when you was a young kid out here gangbanging up in Soundview and all this shit, and you was throwing it up. I mean, when you threw it up, that shit was in slow motion, like bang, gang. And when you threw it up, the shit stayed in the air. That's how sick-minded you was. Somebody came to you, which I'm sure they did. I'm sure your mother probably did. I'm sure uncle, cousin, somebody out there said to you, yo, you need to stop fucking with that shit. Word up, man. We need to get this money. Or you smart, young kid. You bigger than that. You this and that. They had all kind of stuff, right? Did you listen to them? No. We didn't listen to them. You didn't want to hear it. And what you think these kids today is doing? These adults, 40 and over. Why you think they can't get it? Because you ain't got something for them to pick up. You have to have an alternative.
Take sets like I'm fucking with Jim. 20 stones in my watch cost a stack, and I ain't missing a gym. Go ahead, you ain't fucking with him.
10 Toes Down TV.
Nothing in the something. No handouts, I don't need nothing. Nothing in the something. No matter what, I'm 10 toes down to the shit. They praying on my fall, ain't no way that I'ma quit. I'm coming for